I can be a brandy person.
Yes,
Sorry, I might not be a whiskey
You're
person.
a wine person, and wine moves to brandy.
Yeah, I think
Brandy,
I should.
It's the grapes that are relating back to you. So because you do a lot of wine, now serving on the Real G.
We back and Alvina through my wine glass.
Yes, and it's now serving, so we're always going to be exploring whiskey, wine, and cuisine. That just means it's a fancy word for everything else in between.
Yeah, we eating tonight. That is what it
Everything in between. Cuisine
I
means-
love your setup. Can I just say I'm loving this bougie budget little setup that we've got going on here. I'm all snug in my little jersey. I see you all hot already, so that's good.
Aircon and fake fireplace in your TV, and you're good. You don't need a fireplace at your house. So I thought, I'm a huge fan of cognac. I drink whiskey a lot too, but I'm a huge fan of cognac. And Courvoisier, one of my favorites. Martel, one of my favorites. And people started, friends of mine started saying, I'm biased.
I would think
try
so.
Local.
Yeah.
So today we're going to try something local. For me, for the most part. So for those of you who don't know, all cognac is brandy.
Thank you for that, because I'm not so afraid with brandy, nor am I afraid with cognac or Courvoisier. Is that how you say it?
It's probably a French way of saying it, but we
It
still say
sounds
it our
super
comfortable
fancy
way.
though.
We're going to say our comfortable way.
So I'm not familiar with any of the brands on the table tonight, except for Sugarbird, because I know the craft gin that they do. So
Okay, so you kind of know them. So we hang on you tonight.
guys, do not do not count on me.
Okay, so yeah, let's dive in. So locally made. The reason I was, being as biased as I am when it comes to cognacs is it's a 14-year-old XO. This is a VSOP and a VS and a VS. So your normal Courvoisier. I know people are gonna be like, "Where's the Hennessy?" I don't do Hennessy.
Guys, we're not Henny Club here. Even
Hennessy is just the most famous.
is it accessible as well?
It's the most famous of all of them, and probably one of the oldest. Courvoisier is the most awarded.
And we all about our awards.
Well, not really. It's just the process in which cognac is made has certain rules and how long it must be aged and so forth.
And this is what I love. Sorry to interrupt. This is what I love about you is you love process. You like attention to detail. And so I know when you dive into this little...
Yeah, so, and when it comes to a lot of the mass-produced cognacs, things get a little bit, it's like a Johnny Walker Black and a Hennessy.
Guys.
It's like your wine that you started out with in your life.
You know what? We are throwing nobody under the bus. Give me this bottle.
Cool.
I wanted to show the peeps. I know you're saying 14, but how gorgeous is this? I'm loving the shape. Is this like something that you would normally expect?
Cognacs, you have to have a fancy bottle. I mean,
okay.
Let's dig into Courvoisier. Oh, I got it out already. Here we go. I mean,
I love it. Yeah.
The crisp.
Solid.
It has to be a nice solid. It's a prestigious drink.
It does look very prestigious.
It's made from grapes. The only difference between these two, before we get to taste, it is brandy. Cognac is brandy. Let's remember that. Difference is cognac can only be made in a region called Cognac in France with white grapes from that region. White, so very specific. They're very specific around cognac. So next time you drink a cognac, you know that you know what you're drinking.
This one, you can go in.
Brandy, the rules are a bit laxed. So they can use different...
Not lax. Listen,
they're lax in terms of you can use different wine, different grapes.
Different grapes.
They don't have to come from cognac.
No, because they come from predominantly Breedekloof, or I'm thinking, depending on where you get the best Chenin Blanc grapes.
Yeah,
or Colombard. So
I see what they. Okay. Well, let's dive into this local vibe and see what it's about. I've got a few different kind of tasting glasses.
So I'm unfamiliar with brandy tasting, but I've obviously done some reading, and I'm hoping tonight that my wrist does not automatically swirl because I'm a swirler.
Yes, you can actually swirl cognac. I'm gonna do you first.
Thank you.
You can actually swirl. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So the little young tot.
That smells
And
nice.
generally, you do want a bottle. A serving glass that has a collar when it comes to cognac.
Which is the...
Yeah. So you kind of get. So first thing we want to do is not too close to the nose because it's more powerful than wine.
Wow, yeah, it
Very
is.
powerful. You don't just go straight in like you do wine. You don't just dip your nose in there. Don't do that to yourself. Life can be real different for you
We
after
are
that.
keeping our nose at a distance, so we are doing it that way.
So you just kind of get the primary. You get it, not too far.
Is it supposed to be like caramel toasty? Is
There you go.
Okay?
Just the premium one. Cool. Then give it a little swirl, just so we can kind of release that violent alcohol. Cool. Now you can bring
What is
it a
that,
little close.
nachi? Like, what do you call nachi in English?
Definitely fruity.
Like,
Tangerine.
tangerine,
Kind of
citrus.
Citrusy, yes.
Yeah.
Open your mouth when you nose it. So you get it into your nose, but you open your mouth. No. You want to
Not
open
like
your
that.
mouth, and then you breathe in as you take it in.
Okay, that's nice. I've learned something today. So what does that do?
So because there's a lot of alcohol in there, you want more air to meet the alcohol, so it doesn't really burn the back.
Well noted.
There you
Okay.
go. Color-wise, cognac is very big about color.
Okay.
This is very hazy. I don't know why.
It is hazy. I was thinking of that. Like, I'm missing some clarity in the glass, and I'm not sure if it's on our side or is it. Do you want to? Are we pouring into a different glass just to double check?
Well, it kind of is.
No, I think it's maybe just our perception of it because when I look at it in a
From the
different
top.
angle, yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
If you look at it from that side, it looks
Kind of different.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of gets kind of clear. Has very nice legs. The legs is when you do that and then you bring it down. And
I
then
see.
it's dripping.
She's walking.
Love how that is coming together. Cool. Let's kind of get in. So now, when you're tasting cognac, it's different from wine and whiskey.
Okay. Teach us.
Because this is further distilled wine. It's like distilled extra. So you want to take just a little sip, just to wet your palate and not damage it, because otherwise you're not going to taste much.
Sorry, the breathing though. Am I supposed to close my nose?
Just a little. Swirl it in your mouth a little bit and let it out, let it go down.
Oh, that's so smooth.
There you go.
Is it supposed to be that smooth?
We're finding out. Cognac is most cognacs are smooth.
I
except
love the
Hennessy.
smell. It's only
Now
when
that
I
it's spending more time in the air and a lot of the alcohol has evaporated a bit.
Okay.
Now you're getting the collection of what it's meant to be.
And there is a whiff of almost like herbaceousness. I don't know if would you call it like, I don't know, is it cloves or, I don't know, I'm getting like a spice. But then again.
Very smooth. Very smooth, Sugarbird. Very smooth. I could sit
Well
you
done.
on the shelf next to the cognacs.
Actually, it drinks so nicely. Like
It is pretty nice. For a 14-year-old, and so VS just means 3 years.
Okay.
I know it says very special, but again, French folk.
Yeah.
You do get brandies that are VS's, which
Okay.
means it's been aged 3 years in oak and so forth. VSOP, very special old pale. That's what it stands for. Would be about 4 years and above.
Okay.
4 to 6 and above. It could be 14 even. XO is kind of like at the top. So I'm actually.
He's extra. That's what
I
he's
feel
trying
so
to.
bad that I don't have an XO of any of the others.
We'll get there.
To really kind of put it next to this. But this is amazing. Definitely a little bit higher than the Martel. Again, a cognac is a brandy, so I can compare the two, Wine people might hate me because they'll be like, no, grapes from France are not, and grapes from, Cape.
We do what we do, yeah. The haters must come. and they must do their own thing.
Let's
Okay,
drop a
so
little bit of water in there.
I was going to ask about the water because, and then the warming of we don't warm up the glass from the bottom because I'm so tempted to do that.
We will do another warming session, and that brings out different characters out of...
I can be a brandy person.
Yes,
Sorry, I might not be a whiskey person.
You're a wine person, and wine moves to brandy.
Yeah, I think
brandy,
I should.
It's the grapes that are relating back to you. So because you do a lot of wine, the brandy is kind of...
And the alcohol that I got that whiff from the first time that almost knocked me off my chair.
Because you just dived in. Don't dive in, people.
It's mellowed out so nicely that I'm actually wanting to just chill in front.
And that's why we have the fireplace. Because cognac is very synonymous with relaxation.
Yeah, I'm about to kick my feet out, yeah. Which
Relax
you can't see.
and a fireplace.
And chill.
That is cognac. That's
it's
why we've got the
yeah.
fireplace. You know what I mean? A very nice ambiance, a little bit of jazz in the background. It's not for old people, it's for anybody. Hennessy.
So we can't play our hip hop, like we can't do...
You just won't feel okay.
That's you.
I mean, I've tried it. I've tried to listen to... Don't just make my people want to jump.
I mean, there's like a whole song past the Cavassier up to... To get litty, so we're not... No.
We're not passing no Cavassier.
Guy, we do what we do. If he wants to listen to jazz music in front of the fireplace, let the people do what they must.
Let's drop some water in there.
Okay.
Kind of open it up a little bit.
Just a dash? Can you do ice blocks as well?
You can drink cognac however you want. You can make cocktails from it.
Would you make a cocktail from this one though?
Yes.
Okay.
I do see myself. There's quite a few cocktails made.
Okay, we're swirling?
Yeah, we're just kind of mixing the water in there a bit. See, instantly.
It's becoming more approachable.
Instantly different. Now you're getting different notes.
Yeah, but I don't want this one. I like the previous version. You like this one?
Oh, so I'm a big fan of licorice. And that just means a lot of aniseed. And a lot of people use aniseed.
And that's why I was like, I'm getting the cloves from it.
Yes. And they probably ran through a little bit of Fynbos.
Okay.
To kind of get different extra notes.
Sugarbird is synonymous with Fynbos. So when you think of...
You did say gin.
Yeah, they are known and well acclaimed for their craft gins. So I think it's a good move when you think of where do you move next after craft gin. I mean, that train might have left the station, but is it still running on that same track that it did when craft gin was in the booming stage? So this is such a good move because, they've done it so well.
It's winter. Brandy is for winter. The warmth. It actually has some health benefits too, colds and blah, blah, blah.
Okay, Dr. G.
Don't quote me, but it's there. The research is out there.
Please consult your doctor.
Yes, your health professional.
That's the one.
Your health professional. The water has literally, I name everything. So I'm going to name this my Fynbos tea.
Oh, okay.
You know,
it is sipping.
I have a Texas tea. This is my Fynbos tea. Because as we added water, it just literally I feel like I could just drink early morning. This could be early morning.
It's like a medicinal drink now. Not in like a bad medicinal, but it's really soothing. I love the warmth that when it goes down my throat.
Yeah.
It's not like a burning sensation. It's actually a nice warmth that just flows through and you can feel it tingling through your whole body.
Cool.
That could just be me.
All right, so we don't have to kind of dive through there. So now let's get some warm water.
Oh.
And
we've got tricks.
We're going to try it a different way. Cool. We'll be right back. And we're back. So we've got our water. We really need to kind of get a resident bartender.
We should. Okay, vacancies are open.
Guys, I'm telling you.
Send us a DM.
We could make this happen. We could make this a thing.
Yeah. And please don't come with no tryers, no kansvatters. Like, just know your stuff, people.
Yes. So,
tell me about this.
It's an old age thing, and there's a big misconception about it. A lot of people feel this is the way you should serve cognac. And I get this when I go to a lot of old bars and there's an old guy behind the bar and I ask for a cognac and he'll do it this way. And it really comes down to taste. I don't shun it. I find with the younger ones, with the younger cognacs.
Like 3-year-olds.
Yes, the VSs, I would do that. Because then at least it's speeding up the chasing away of the violent
Like
alcohols.
the evaporating of the,
Yes,
yeah, okay.
of the violent ones.
The violent ones, guys.
Kind of get straight to the flavor.
Yeah.
And as well as I don't have to spend time warming it.
Like this.
Which is the reason most people warm it, because they kind of warm it to kind of evaporate a little bit of the violent ones and get the flavor.
Okay.
You know, there's different ways of approaching to it, but the crust.
It makes sense because would you generally serve this at room temperature, brandy?
It's room temperature. It's winter. It's a winter drink. Room temperature. You can just take straight out the bottle. Boom, boom.
Why is he showing me to the fireplace? It's winter, like the. It's winter.
Yeah, you're in a sweater. I'm warm at the fireplace.
It is winter. Okay, so
warm at the fireplace.
How long? What is the?
So from ordering, most times like 2 minutes. By the time 2 minutes kind of gets to you, and you'll be able to tell. I mean, you lift it again. Like I'm saying, don't bring it too close. Just over it.
Okay, now it's like caramel. It's
and there's no alcohol.
No alcohol. This is nice. This is toffee.
No burn. You see?
None whatsoever.
That's the difference.
Nutrix people. I'm gonna do this when you come to my place again. We're boiling the kettle of water and we are okay.
And now it has a different feel to it.
Surprisingly, the brandy is still chilled. It's still room temperature because I thought that the steam would warm it up, but it didn't. No, it's chilled, moves in the glass, and this almost deception.
Now serving.
This is what we're serving. Deception.
Brandy. I don't know what she's serving. Brandy. So yeah, that's essentially it. And pairing, because look, guys, don't be eating and drinking on an empty stomach. I never recommend that. That is bad.
Not this at all.
Drink responsibly, which means for me, drink responsibly means moderate amounts. Know when you've done enough.
Know your limit.
And don't drink and drive. Uber, do what you gotta do. Be at home, fireplace. There's a whole YouTube playlist. I'm gonna add it to my channel. Kind of getting on this YouTube playlist.
If you cannot find this image on YouTube, just buy a picture with a fireplace, post it on your TV.
No, you don't have to. This is in 4K. This is a pretty 4K. All right, cool. Let's get something to taste. Okay, so cognac and pairing. A lot of your older cognacs and your brandies. I don't know why I keep saying cognac. Okay, let's talk brandy.
Let's just talk brandy.
We're tasting brandy.
Okay.
A lot of your brandies. The younger ones, a lot of people tend to kind of pair them with game meat and so forth. And the older it gets, they go chocolate.
Okay.
But I've actually found something.
Tell me, what do we have on?
The other way around, which is the older, and especially because it's aged quite well, in nice oak barrels or sherry barrels, which, depending the brand you kind of went for. And obviously it's my first time tasting this brandy. The spiciness and saltiness of duck.
Oh, I love duck.
Duck. Get your local Asian restaurant and get you some duck.
Okay.
Some spicy, crispy duck.
I'm gonna dig in.
So get in your mouth, but don't swallow. Kind of give it a little chew. And take your drink. You want it to meet.
With any pairing you want it to meet. What is that explosion in my mouth happening? Because this one was like super chilled. It's that saltiness.
The saltiness has met the smoothness and because of the fruit.
And that smokiness.
Smooth fruit from the brandy.
Okay.
Meets the salty. And it's obviously crispy because it's been
crispy duck, guys, in brandy. Sugarbird and crispy duck.
There you go.
Find your Sugarbird.
A lot of people will send you the chocolate, but I've found and I love chocolate.
I'm not a pairing person, and I think I said this last week when we did the bubbly,
nougat and bubbly.
I prefer to try something on its own before I jump in and pair it with anything, because I want to be able to explore
and know the difference in the flavors.
I need to know, do I like the wine on its own? Do I like the pairing on its own?
Yes.
Or whatever we're bringing together? And sometimes I do find that chocolate coats your palate.
Yeah.
So you can't do it with
everything is now
like, guys, I love Cadbury. You cannot. It's not that type of pairing, guys. You need to find a quality chocolatier that can match your brandy, wine, cognac with a chocolate that's going to enhance the flavors and not take away.
I think Lindt has a great selection of chocolates.
They do.
Even at the bottom range, at the entry level, there's a couple that go well with cognac, and I'm just taking myself back to times I've had chocolate with it. The problem with chocolate and pairing is it immediately makes everything smoother.
Which is not a problem.
It's not a problem, but sometimes if you are tasting something for the first time, you know, you want it as natural as it's coming out of the bottle.
Exactly, because you need to know if you're going to enjoy it in front of the fireplace when you don't have that pairing. So you want to enjoy it at its simplest. If that makes sense. This I enjoyed at its simplest.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start a little series called Explore Local.
Please do.
What other brandies are out there, guys? Send me a link, send me a comment. Let me go check them out.
Yeah, send us brandy.
I'm keen on some local brandy
suggestions. Yeah. We have so many barmen and what do you call it? Bars.
Bartenders,
bars, where they make the mixologists. That's the big word I was looking for.
Yes.
Where they make the most amazing cocktails with brandy. So we want to find out from them, the mixologist and the bartenders, which brandies do you use? Like, what's your top tier brandy and local? Keep it local. That you would recommend we try and we bring onto the show.
Okay.
Take G out of his comfort zone. Bring him back to South Africa like Mr. International.
This was a surprise. It was a surprise because the last brandy I had, I'm not going to say the name, that's local, but
I don't know what he's talking about. Sometimes I just,
It didn't hit home. Man. It left me thinking, yo, man, this is different.
It was Branas.
You know what I mean? And that's now serving, guys.
Cheers until next week. Boom.
Slash.
Sludge.
Cheers.